FBI in hot water after a senior official resigned for allegedly shielding Hunter Biden's laptop from a criminal probe. And of course, the driving story today that we're talking about is what's going on with the documents.
Exactly.
And a lot of people asking the question, what was the former president doing with those documents?
Right.
And that whether he should have them or shouldn't, some people are wondering about it. So is she there now? I want to move on with this. Can we, do we have our guest here, Wendy Bell?
Yeah.
It's Wendy with us. Let's go to Wendy Bell. Wendy, you do a show on here, of course, on the weekends that we'll talk about in a second, but I believe you talked to somebody earlier today. How did that go?
Hi, guys. It's great to be with you. It was really cool. So I host a program called the Wendy Bell Radio Program. I have my own app, the Wendy Bell Radio Network app. And we've been doing this by ourselves for quite a while, being a conservative mom. You can imagine it's tough to have a place where you can have a platform and speak your mind. So yesterday I got a call from Donald Trump's people, the President of the United States, saying, hi, we the president would really like to be on your program. What do you think? And I was like, well, let me check my schedule. I don't know. So I said, well, sure. And this morning he called into the program and he gave me 14 minutes and a lot of time. It was really lovely to hear his voice.
Wendy, let me just ask you. I mean, we want to know. We only have a limited amount of time. What did he tell you about the documents? Did he say he was doing something with them?
He said the documents, I asked him why he believed the FBI had raided him, and he said it has something to do with Russiagate. That's what he believed. He said he had nothing that was illegal or anything of that nature, but that he was not guilty of any crime, and that obviously they were looking for something very specific. And he felt the way we feel about it. It's an outrage what happened to him.
Well, let me ask you this.
Did he say? He also talked about running, by the way.
Okay. Did he say that he was looking for information that may have benefited him, such as looking for something on President Biden or his son Hunter or anything like that? Did he say what he was looking for, assuming he had them?
No. But I asked him specifically, I said, my feeling on the situation, I said, Mr. President, can you tell me if you think I'm right? I said, I believe that the FBI raided you because there's stuff that they know that you have that will implicate the Biden crime family syndicate. I said it just like that. And he said, I believe you're right. And he said, Russia, all of the jazz with that. And he says, basically, he believed that they were looking for things that they are worried are going to come out in a bigger format. That's what he said.
All right.
Yeah, right.
And people can hear more on your show, and you have a TV show with us on the weekend. Tell us when that is.
It is. It's called Common Sense, every Saturday at 4:30, Sundays at 3:30, and my program, Wendy Bell Radio, is 9 to noon Eastern Time on the Wendy Bell Radio Network app.